Good evening, race fans, and welcome live to Flow Racing's coverage of the Carolina 125 presented by Milam Equipment Rentals for the Solid Rock Carriers Cars Tour. We are live this evening from the New River All-American Speedway in Jacksonville, North Carolina.
This week we're riding with three-time Cars Tour champ Bobby Mack. Bobby, you at the dog leg place of New River All-American Speedway. What are you thinking going into tonight?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
The guys brought a really good race car. We struggled a little bit yesterday and found some speed and got some handling in it today. And so I'm looking forward to it. I just don't really know what to expect these races where, you know, a lot of strategy gets played.
Big place on tire wear here.
Yeah, you just don't know
when to go, when not to go.
Right, yeah. You can kind of go too soon and go too late. So you just got to pick the right strategy and be in the right spot at the right time and make sure you don't get... You're always mad at them people that are coming to the front because they want to lead. They think they can defy physics at this place where it's tires and go out front and lead. And
yeah, tell me about them Facebook posts on Sunday mornings.
Man, it's funny. But, you know, you just got to make sure you don't get run over with the comers when they're coming, and then when you're coming, or if
you don't run them over as they're going.
Right, yeah. So, there's just a lot of stuff that gets played into this, and you know we got to be smart. And I'm feeling good about the whole number 6 Ford Mustang. So, we'll see, man. I feel good about it. I think that's a positive, you know.
Okay. Any more questions? You got anything, Jack? Come on. Every year.
Well, it's time for the question of the week. It's going to be a good one this week. There's been a lot of little disagreements on the racetrack. So let's go ask these guys what's the maddest they ever been at the racetrack. Sure to be some fire answers. If it's in good stuff, I'll put some highlights with it.
What's the angriest you've ever been at the racetrack?
I'd say probably one of the several times I've had issues with Hickory Motor Speedway. We'll just leave it at that.
A really big part of me wants to say Ace.
Josh Berry.
With Josh Berry.
Throwing the block on McCarty, and this might not end well for either one of them.
Oh, you called it, Tony.
Josh Berry letting Bobby McCarty know he's not happy, and Berry just took McCarty out of the lead. Ryan
But to be honest with you, I'd really say the angriest that I ever been was Martinsville one year. I just passed my boss at the time, Timothy. Drug his door panel off, just hauling the mail. And the damn flywheel come apart. Busted a hole in the oil pan, everything else. So here I am with this is with 50 to go. And when I passed Timothy, and then with about 30 to go, the flywheel broke.
I'd have to say in the Xfinity race, I wasn't even driving.
Wasn't even racing?
I wasn't even racing.
Your brother was?
Yeah, my brother was. At Phoenix. I had a pretty good day going, and we got put in the fence way before it was time to race pretty hard. So I was ready to fight at the end of the day.
What'd you do to the boy that spun him out?
He held on to that grudge a long time. That was, what was that, 100 laps ago? I can't keep that much anger held for that long.
Your attention span doesn't last that long.
I think that's what it is. Little emotion at the end of the race, huh? Come on.
Well, something I shouldn't have done. I started hitting him while he was in the car, but if we'd have waited for him to get out of the car, we'd still be at Phoenix waiting. So
yeah, he wasn't going to get out.
He wasn't going to get out, so I had to get it while I could.
Ironically, here last year, we had rode all night, and it was about, 40, 45 to go, and so it was time to go, and we were starting to come up to the field, and Zach Miracle had an issue and was up high, and Jason York's spotter was asleep. He come up like we were never there, and we got right reared into the fence and knocked both ends off.
That way. Zach did nothing wrong, and Jason York and Brandon Pierce tried to put two cars maybe in a space for 1 7/8.
It looks like Jason York may have made contact with Pierce, got Pierce sideways, made contact with Miracle, and the crash ensued.
Nothing Zach could have done in that situation.
I was very animated after the race.
I'd have to say probably the spring race at Hickory this year. We got sent to the back for something I didn't feel like we deserved to get sent to the back for, and man, I was racing hell. And old Matt Weaver, I guess he was scanning our radio channel that night, and there was posts all over Twitter about it. I was pretty hot on that one.
Trying to race a go-kart one night with bronchitis at the same time, and this kid wanted to screw me over, so I got out and gave him the business. But I ain't had to do that on the car store yet.
Well, since we're narrowing it down to this year for the car store, the maddest I've been had to be the Hickory spring race when Millington wrecked me for 10th at the Checkers. I mean, damn, I'd have gave you the spot for $50 or $20. I'd have bought you a hot dog and gave you the spot. You didn't have to turn us. And I had the window net down, I think, before the car even finished spinning. I was so mad. I'm glad I didn't see him that night because I was heated. I'm glad we moved on from it and we're here to race again. But I was boiling that night. I think you saw that.
Yeah, I seen it. I was down at turn 1.
That was not my prettiest moment, but I was mad.
You had the window net down, and the car wasn't even stopped yet spinning.
Yeah, good thing we didn't hit nothing, because then I'd been even more mad probably. But I was mad. If it had been for the lead, I'd been okay. But 10th place, I'm like, gosh.
Martinsville 2022, hit the clip.
You know, if you're inside that top 10, we got trouble down. We got a major fight going on down here. And I mean, Tibbers have flair kicking the race car. We got fists flying. We got all kinds of stuff going on.
Andrew Grady trying to go after the driver of the 41. We saw him show some displeasure on the racetrack, but a little bit of extracurricular activity going on. And the team trying to calm their driver down. Definitely not.
2000 Hickory Motor Speedway. My dad and I, we always had a low budget late model super truck team. Missed a big pileup in turn 1, felt good about it, running about mid-pack, come to a stop. Some guy in a rent-a-ride come flying in there in turn 1, knocked the whole rear clip off the truck. Phil Bonneville, back in the day, was the guy footing that bill, you know. So I went over and cussed the whole pit crew out, showed my tail and everything. But you know, it was all good back then because I had 2 gigantic crew members, so it didn't matter at all.
Probably, I believe it was 2020 Carteret. Running second, thought I had a really good shot at Lane for the win. And got turned.
Let's take a look here and see. Minnie kind of slid up the racetrack a little bit.
Looks like Pierce.
Brandon Pierce got into him. Oh, man. Yeah, Brandon Pierce got into Minnie Tyrell, and
my old boy Brandon Pierce, and I wasn't too happy with him. I don't think a lot of people was too happy with him that night, but you know, things move on. You forgive people. Me and Brandon are good. I look at him as a really good competitor and have a lot of respect for him. But you know, it is what it is. That's probably when I was the hottest. But you know, it's racing. You'll have that, and I'll probably be mad at him again sometime in the future, and he'll be mad at me. But we'll shake hands and hang out and party.
I mean, I don't usually am pretty easy going at the racetrack, so it takes quite a bit to get me mad. I got pretty mad earlier this year at Langley. I was ready to kick some ass.
Frustration here, it appears. After Wilson came climbing into the crash, Cole Bruce appears to be very upset.
Typical Saturday night short track racing.
Other than that, I've been pretty level-headed. I try to stay cool, calm, and collected, and be friends with everybody for the most part. But I've been mad at myself before. But yeah, not too bad. I'm pretty, you know, if you drink 2 barrels of beer routinely, you get in a better mood. So y'all should try that, you damn bunch of angry people.
The angriest I've ever been on a racetrack would have to be back in 2019 when I was racing midgets full time. I was throwing sliders with Rigo Abreu for laps after lap after lap. And he stuffed me in the fence off of 4, and I flipped all the way down the front straightaway and busted my tail. So I'd say that's probably the maddest I've ever been.
I was racing Legends car at Charlotte Motor Speedway, summer shootout. My dad was there, so I was all hyped that he was going to watch me race. And some jacknuts took me out. Like, we were well within a transfer spot, and he took me out. So I was ramming into him on the cool down lap, and I had it in my mind, I'm going to get out of this car, I'm going to whoop his ass, his butt. And as I pulled in, I noticed some big body, and all of a sudden the guy wasn't there, and I was like, what the heck? And I looked in my mirror, and my brother hopped on top of his car and was taking care of it already. I'm like, well, I don't have to do anything.
What's the angriest you've ever been at the racetrack?
I've had my moment. He was leading and burned the stuff up.
That's what I was going to say. There you have it. There you have it. There you have it.
time for 2 laps. Fast time qualifying. Bobby will be rolling off 10th in line. Looks like rain's picking up a little bit. See how that has to play a factor into it. Hopefully it won't. At 5 o'clock exactly, the first car rolled off Brandon Pierce. So trying to beat the weather to get all 20 cars qualified. All the cars, Tourin local guys lined up on the front stretch for autograph session. All right, Bobby Mack rolling off 14th tonight at the end of qualifying. So I'm taking it we're going to ride a little bit tonight.
Yeah, we kind of put ourselves in a little bit of a box there, but yeah, it's a long race. A lot of strategies got to be played, so we'll see what happens.
All right, man, so you're going to ride. I mean, do you fall all the way back, try to stay on the lead lap? Do you just try to hang at the back of the pack? What's the strategy rolling in?
I got to fall back forward.
Because we know trouble happens here in Quid.
Yeah, it will. I really don't know. We'll see what the pace is, see how fast everybody wants to go, and you know, we just see what the car's willing to do and how bad it's hurting it if we do decide to push it a little early, and or we might just hang out where we're at. I don't know. Just like I said, it just depends on the pace. These races are so weird to race. You base so much off what the pace that the leader's running. So we'll see what they want to do, and then we'll make our decision and we'll go from there.
Is this place worse than what Myrtle Beach was? I know you had a lot of success there.
Well, I only run one race there, but yeah, it's pretty close. I mean, we at least treat it the same way. So you know, we'll just see, man. I don't really know what we want to do or how it's going to play out, but
you just know you're going to try to be there at the end of 125.
I'm going to try to be there, yeah. We'll do the best we can, and
you're going to wave at the 81 as you go by?
Yeah, well, he's further back than I am.
Oh, he'll look like a hero on the outside.
Yeah,
lap
probably.
40.
Yeah, here he comes. But nah, we'll see how it goes, man. Just got to be smart. Like I said, we put ourselves in a box here, so we definitely got to be smart and keep the fenders on it, and we'll see if we can keep the tires underneath it too, and try to make a run.
Tell me about it, Mark. VIP package.
All right, for an extra $100 for each race, the fans will be allowed to have a private meet and greet with Jack McNelly. He's going to have
Signed autographs.
Yes. He's going to have hero cards made up. Jack McNelly, limited edition hero cards for an extra $100. You get the VIP package, private meet and greet with Jack. I mean, it's worth it to me.
Q&A.
Yeah, Q&A, yes. Q&A and autograph session.
Dinner?
Oh, yeah. He'll tell stories from the glory days, you know, when the wheels were still square. Yeah, when he first got into it. Yeah. He'll be telling
Are you guys going first? Autograph session's over. Landon Huffman's still over there signing them. I'm getting ready for driver intros now. Got all 20 cars lined up, 125 laps. Bobby rolling off 14th.
Caswell Glass, Ford Mustang number 6. That's Bobby McCarty.
All right, B-Mac, we're getting ready to roll off. You and your crew chief talk, got a plan yet, or we still flying by the seat of our pants?
Plan is the driver needs to get up on the wheel.
Driver need to get up on the wheel, he said.
This is my crew chief.
Yeah.
This is the moral support I get at the racetrack.
Great support.
Yeah. I don't know what we're doing yet.
He looked a little concerned.
No, we're going to be fine. Went back and watched some videos. I think driver tried a little too hard in qualifying, and this really ain't a racetrack that
to chase after, got a finesse.
There's no reward to trying harder here, so we're back here. It's fine. We'll just make smart decisions and try to be in the right spot at the right time and
be there at the end.
Yeah, and have fun all in the same process. So,
hey, you make it sound easy.
Yeah, I know, man. It's cakewalk. Do it every weekend. Yeah. Yep. No, just getting situated. You didn't do it. Huh? You didn't do it. Give it back to you.
And joined beside me, we have Brindley, our 2023 Junior Miss Independence, and we have Mr. Anthony Goodyear, owner, operator of New River All-American Speedway. And you're going to give us the most famous words in motorsports. Here we go.
Okay, you ready? All right. Gentlemen, start your engines!
Looking like there might be a little weather in there. Hopefully not. Got the cars fired off for 125 laps. About to roll off now.
Before any of its repaves or the old North Carolina Motor Speedway in Rockingham, where you had the abrasive asphalt that maybe wasn't quite what Atlanta Motor Speedway was a few years before it finally got its repave, but abrasive enough to where it's that classic coastal salty sea mixture that wears down the pavement here and forces you to conserve tires. So it is.
One to go at the line. Double up, one to go. Let's go one to go this time. Let's get this party started. Fast qualifier control cars on the inside, so 03.
to go to the field as we line up side by side this 20-car late model stock field.
0.4 of a mile is this New River All-American Speedway just outside of Jacksonville, North Carolina. It is a action-packed place. It is Jacksonville's action attraction as they brand themselves here, and they are ready for 125 laps of racing.
rain's starting to come in. Couldn't have picked a better time to start raining if it was going to rain. Bobby McCarty's team beats the 15 team on getting loaded up. Okay, wrapping up the night here at New River, All-American Speedway. Keely, what a dang finish.
That was crazy. You know, and when it comes to sometimes these tracks that you got to save tires at, you know, typically the race will be a little bit boring in the beginning. So I knew that it was going to start to get crazy, but I didn't know that was what was in store. Like, that was really cool. I mean, Ronnie Bassett, we were standing over there on the tech line, and his son was like, Daddy, I broke the trophy or something like that. And he goes, that's okay, Daddy broke the race car. And I just laughed so hard. I'm like, that is just how the night was.
Ronnie Bassett, who has raced in the Xfinity Series the past few years, shows how tough the Car Store competition is as he's come to race with us on the Car Store side. You know, we're getting Xfinity people. But up next, South Boston Speedway, we'll go get bologna burgers, where great friend Brandon Brown just got announced as the new general manager. So we'll be rolling into South Boston. What's that legend that's coming to race at South Boston with us?
Kenny Wallace. Yeah, Kenny will be with us.
We'll be riding with Kenny Wallace. He will be the featured driver, so the Herminator will have plenty of, I'm sure I'll be using the bleep button quite a bit to get Kenny on there. But Keely, as we get ready to leave New River, you got anything to say to the fans?
Man, if y'all have never been to a race here and you are able to come to one, this facility is beautiful. I said it earlier, you can eat off the track surface. Like, it's crazy. This facility, beautiful. The track staff, amazing. Come to a race here, even if it's not a Car Store race. You will not regret it.
But other than that, y'all know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.